These shelves hold just a small portion of our archive footage that dates back 70 years. We're the oldest television station in San Diego, and we opened up our entire video vault to the officers, who in turn shared with us the 3 most frightening encounters that have made every San Diegan safer. We start in 1965, downtown San Diego.
Lay down your weapons, come out of the store.
One of the first things I see is it doesn't look like they have a plan.
SWAT Commander Lieutenant Robert Dawn is looking at footage from a failed robbery attempt at a pawn shop.
Police say it started when 28-year-old Robert P. Anderson was buying a gun at the Hub Jewelry and Loan Company.
The gunman was holed up inside shooting, with police outside throwing everything they had at him.
Yeah, 65 officers showed up with 1,000 rounds fired from the officers.
It wasn't nearly enough. Sergeant Mark Wilhelm with San Diego SWAT says it took 5 officers from the police force with military training to form their own plan and force the gunman to surrender.
The law enforcement at that time didn't have any way to respond to that. It took military tactics and training to go into a building and stop people.
As they took the stretcher away,
The lesson? Police needed more firepower. They formed an anti-sniper platoon that upped their game. That is, until police were outmatched again in 1981. It happened in Linda Vista on Crandall Street. Police responded to a neighborhood dispute.
He shot both policemen that were standing there.
This is a tough one to watch.
Officers Harry Tiffany and Ronald Ebeltoft were down. Responding officers couldn't get to the wounded because the suspect kept driving them back with his rifle. It took 45 minutes to stop the gunman,
Just going out there, all right?
who was shot and killed. But by then, it was too late. Both officers died. That tragedy led to a SWAT team with cross-trained officers available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
We could get SWAT officers there within minutes of this call versus 45 minutes to an hour.
And these days, when SWAT shows up,
We got our body armor here, night vision goggles, armored Bearcat.
Sergeant Steve Spurlock says they bring an arsenal with them. 30 years ago, how much of this equipment did the SWAT team have?
None.
Which leads us to one of San Diego's darkest days. July 18th, 1984. The San Ysidro McDonald's Massacre was the country's worst mass murder by a single shooter.
He entered the facility heavily armed, immediately started shooting everybody.
Police had a SWAT team, but they were not trained to enter the building and stop the shooter. The killing went on for an hour and 17 minutes and could have ended 20 minutes sooner. From this tragedy, you now have a team that can show up and enter the building.
Exactly.
They have all now been identified.
21 people were killed.
The world is changing.
When bad things happen,
It doesn't get any better than the San Diego Police Department and the San Diego Police Department SWAT team.
the good guys are on their way. For News 8, I'm Jeff Zevely.